The attack is now launched to cut off the head, the Khilafah. I'm going to use a long word now. You use an epistemology, that knowledge comes only from external observation and rational inquiry, to take mankind to materialism. But there is no reality beyond material reality. And then you apply that to political thought. And so out of philosophical materialism emerges a new political philosophy. What does it say?
Jahiliyyah is a condition that pervades everything and everybody. It's even infected our powers of imagination. We don't even know that we're sick, that we now worship materialism and the self and individual truths over the real truths. So it's an incredible sense of epic confrontation where Islam is being assaulted on all fronts, from within, from without, culturally, militarily, economically, politically.
Since there is no reality beyond material reality, we can no longer collectively recognize sovereignty up there, so sovereignty must now be relocated down here. The people are now sovereign, no longer the God of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And the people constitute the state, and they locate sovereignty in the state.
God created people. We the people got together 200 years ago and created a state government. All of those states got together and created a federal government. And then the federal government created a corporate federal government. Notice it's all capital letters. The corporate federal government created a corporate state government. And one of these two, somewhere in here, created persons with all capital letters. This would be Kent Hovind with all capital letters. This is not me.
Not only is the state sovereign, but the authority of the state is supreme. And it is the state which now makes law. And the law of the state is the highest law, the supreme law. But more than that, the God of Abraham alayhi salam could make something haram. But we, the state, can change that and make it halal, meaning legalize it.
I can bring myself from here all the way down and submit myself under these corporations. The state government can tell their person, you must wear a seatbelt when you drive your car. They can tell this person, you must file an income tax form. You must get a Social Security number, you must get a driver's license, you must get a birth certificate, etc., etc. And they have the right to tell that to this person.
When Fir'aun declared, and of course everyone knows what Fir'aun said, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, I am the one who is sovereign. I possess sovereignty. That was shirk. When he declared, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, I am the one who possesses supreme authority, that was shirk. When he declared, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, my law is the supreme law in the land of Egypt, that was shirk. And Allah punished him with terrible punishment for his shirk. When they declared in Articles 24 and 25 of the Charter of the United Nations Organization that the Security Council of the United Nations is vested with supreme authority in the world in all matters pertaining to international peace and security, that was shirk. Surah At-Tawbah of the Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله. They took their priests and their rabbis as arbab, lords and gods beside Allah. وَالْمَسِيحَ ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ, and they did the same thing with the Messiah, the son of Mary. وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا يَعْبُدُوا إِلَهًا وَاحِدًا, but they had not been commanded other than to worship one God. La ilaha illahu, there is no God beside him. Subhanahu, glory be to him. Amma yushrikun. Far removed is he from this act of shirk, taking your priests and your rabbis as gods and lords beside Allah. Shirk, says Allah. A man came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, O Messenger of Allah, but the Christians do not worship their priests, and the Jews do not worship their rabbis. How could Allah say so? To which the Prophet ﷺ replied, and he said, did they not make halal what Allah had made haram? That is their shirk.
Islam commands that sovereignty for a nation is only for the laws of Allah, and that the nation does not depend on anyone else for its security. It also commands that it is for the Muslims to appoint a just ruler, and that the affairs of the people are the ruler's primary concern.
If the priest and the rabbi make halal what Allah made haram, and that is shirk, then if the government does the same thing, would it not be shirk?